Okay, so here is the inner frame of the Bill Strike Gundam 1/100 scale. Pretty nice. And obviously you'll see some notable differences compared to the original the original Strike Gundam. The one part, of course, is the shoulders, because the regular shoulders was more compact and it had those little latch things that go over, that's on the top. That is removed in favor for this, and as a matter of fact, there was a lot of leftover parts, and I'll cover those leftover parts in a moment. I thought it would have that, but I'm surprised it didn't. Maybe it was a part of its own separate plate that Bandai was able to omit, so that we don't have extra plastic there. That's a cool thing for them to do. So I noticed that that's different. This is the new ones. Another new one would be the actual waist unit here. This part that connects on top of the waist. It used to have two little connectors for the ball joints here. So like you have this little ball joint here that holds the waist unit. In the original one, you had it for both the front and the back. The back now sports this one solid part, as you can see here, and of course it can only be held by this one of the white parts here. I had to put it on so you guys can see this. For the remaining areas, the actual ankles were different. This is a new type of ankle because it actually has a better ball joint connector. I think the ball joint connecting to the foot is a lot longer. I don't know. There's a significant length size difference, as well as this part here. The actual original one has a part that goes in front, so I guess you don't need to use that here. And I actually double checked on the manual to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Yeah, but it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. Somebody messaged me saying that the shoulder, be careful with the shoulder areas because they had a problem. I always keep an eye on certain things. So, as a matter of fact, let me just show a comparison to one kit that I built a few years ago. Give me a second here. There we go. The 1/100 scale Strike Rouge, but I actually made it the regular Strike Gundam with the Rouge pack. This is the one that I won from Gundam 2013's Gundam Builders World Cup for 2013. Like I mentioned before, the shoulder is different here compared to this, which is a more pointier portion of it. I am noticing that in the white parts, like here, there we go. Well, I'll hold it there. You'll see that this top part doesn't have this, so it's different from the original one. Obviously it's different. It's completely different. We all know that. And I think there's something that goes here. Yeah, it's basically the same. The legs are the same to a certain degree. This part is a lot different. The actual ankle armor. So, and I think I made some mistakes from this one, which I need to make sure I don't do the same thing here. So I guess gotta keep an eye on that. But you know, for the actual kit, you don't get the shield like you see here. You don't get the side armor, the side skirt armor, which of course you had those two little blades, and obviously you don't get the backpack. But I'm kind of pissed off at this, that this little thing broke off and I can't seem to find it. It sucks. But I won 3rd place with this guy, so I'm not complaining. It's a nice kit. Good build though. Very good build. So right now I just wanted to give it an overall look of what the overall scale of what it looks like, and I want to show you guys this before I actually begin to take it apart again. Lately, what I've been doing, and you could think I've been cheating. Yeah, you can say it. I've been cheating. I've always just only taken the arms and the legs apart just so I can spray paint the whole thing. Maybe not a good idea. Not a good idea. With my recent build of the red frame of the Astray Sengoku Astray Gundam that I made, for me to actually do that, it's kind of hard because you definitely don't cover all aspects of the part. So what I'm going to do is, after this is done, I'm going to take apart like this part here and here, leave that joint there and there, that's fine, but take apart this bottom part so that I can paint the whole thing here. So it's a lot easier for me to work with. And then once it's finally painted and dried, then I'll assemble it together. So this is just an overall feel of how this kit looks like, and it's really nice. It's pretty cool. I should have built this a long time ago, but it's high time we started now. I start with this now. And again, I have a lot of leftover parts here. Some of the parts that's here is for the shield, I believe the side skirt armor, clearly the booster. So that has to be taken care of, and then whatever's left over, I'll just I'll put it in a container to save for a future build of some sort. So, what do you think of that? It's actually really nice, pretty cool. So let me begin taking this apart, and then I have to now sand down all these parts as well. It's going to take me some time to sand down, and then we'll go into the priming phase. So I was cleaning up the parts, and I forgot to talk about this before, but I was cleaning up the parts, and I realized there are certain parts that you can actually pre-build and not have to worry about and actually paint them. I did mention in the inner frame when we were removing them to paint them individually, especially within the joints, so that way it shows. I just need to sand them down and clean them up so that way it's nice. But there are other things here that I overlook, like this is the back part of the shield. And this one I had to round out the areas here where there's some scarring there. That one I'm going to sand it down again with I did 600, now I'm going to do 1,000 and then 1,200. I just finished cleaning up this one, which is the actual pistol beam rifle, which, pull this out, push that forward, and now you have a cool beam pistol type setup. So this doesn't come out all the way. I don't know if you have to push it all the way in there. Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much as far as it goes. I really like this gun. I really do. But it is part of the attachment, so you put that here to do the beam rifle. But for this gun, which is actually one of my favorite guns, stick that through there, pull that out as best you can, then push it inwards. And there you have it. You have this cannon type weapon. I really do like this. I gotta get the other, the grip here, which I have to sand down and clean up. But these are two solid parts that I can actually paint off individually. I don't have to worry about it. So like if I push that there, that's fine. So that's cool. I just need to. I'm glad that at least this is actually part of the design. I don't have to worry about me sanding this down and keeping it flush. It's not necessary. There is a little scarring there from the parts that I removed, and there's a part right there that I need to sand down, so that's fine. I did mention before that I'm going to do two-tone, and maybe here, like this little box here, I can mask off and paint this gray, maybe paint this internal area here gray, this whole area here gray, the rest white, gray. Actually no, that's the other color. I forgot what the color it was. It's in the sticker. So yeah, this could benefit from the two-tone colors here, and maybe a three-tone, because there's the other color here. Maybe go with a little black. I don't know yet so far. But let me just assemble the beam rifle. And the manual actually shows that when you assemble the shield, there's ways to actually store the weapon, so it's easier for you to, cool thing to store it there and don't have to worry about it being on the side or you have to lose it. I wish I could say I wish I could say the same for the actual manipulator hands, because it is a parts forming hand. So you have the standard grip, you have the standard holding hand, and then you have like a pistol grip type weapon hand. So I was started working on this, and I realized, you know what, there's one thing that I have to work on which is unique to the kit, and that is the build booster itself, which I just did a preliminary build right here. Actually, everything's all here except for the yellow parts in the back. But I was impressed with how big it is. It's really nice with its cool wings. You know, I kind of like this position here, like a forward wing type, kind of like the fighters from the Valkyrie fighters from Macross, kind of like that idea. But of course you can do swept wing like that, and then you have these wings that just only can go up to there and there. That's all you can do. The wings is actually easy to take apart, and I'm just showing you this because I'm going to take it apart again. But it's easy to take these wings apart because you don't have to worry about it messing up the actual design. I just need to find a way to actually put them together along with this, so when I paint this, it's all one color. I did say two-tone for the wings, so the only thing I can think of is maybe paint this white, mask this off, and then make this gray up to here gray, and then gray here, so it actually bends there. So this whole part is white, this whole area here is gray. The back here would probably be this part gray, that part white. The white part on the actual intakes, it's going to be one color either way. I don't see anything else that I can need to work with. But yeah, I'm going to take this apart. I'll sand it down more, and then see how it works out with the two-tone colors on this. I was actually thinking of maybe doing two-tone of red, but even though there's a lot of red, there's very few red. And of course I have to separate some parts here. Like, you see these? This is actually from the... I removed these, of course. I'm going to start putting them away. But these intakes, I believe this was from the Ale Strike backpack. This one is from the shield itself, as well as this. Of course, it didn't come with it, so I don't have to worry about it. But now I got to put it away someplace, which is not going to bother me. I'll just put it right there for now, in the meantime. But I got to continue cleaning it up. So let me continue cleaning, so we can go into priming.